Hi, everyone. I'm here with my client, Alan Rooney. Alan's been my client for close to a decade, and he's been training pretty consistently twice a week for 30 minutes. We just want to talk about how the 30-minute routine fits into his busy lifestyle. So, Alan, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Hey, Anton. Thanks for having me on. I'm an attorney in New York City. I have my own firm. I had a family of four boys here in the suburbs, pretty busy considering the business and the family. And we are able to fit in twice a week, Anton and I, a very efficient workout, which I think is hugely valuable for me.
All right, Alan. So, why don't you tell everyone a little bit, tell everyone about how we found each other?
Played a lot of sports growing up, predominantly soccer and squash, and that's a lot of wear and tear, obviously, over the years. I got diagnosed with arthritis in my left hip in my mid-30s, which was quite a shock at the time. And I thought, what am I going to do? And luckily, I met Anton and I met a doctor that said, if you strengthen and stretch, there should be plenty of mileage in your joints. And that's when I was introduced to you by a mutual friend.
All right, so we've been working out. Everything's going fine. In the city, your office is right next to mine. We're squeezing the workouts in. Then COVID hits, and so now we're training virtually post-COVID. So tell us a little bit about your daily routine and how this fits into your schedule.
Yeah, well, as you say, when we were both in Manhattan every day, we would, I'd pop across the street. We were close to each other. We'd bang it out for 20 minutes and I would go back and I wouldn't even get changed. It was great. I would maybe take my suit jacket off and, tie off, but I didn't have to, I found it very efficient for when I was working in that way. Now being remote, being home, I'm fortunate enough to have a little gym space in the house. So we now do it over, virtually on FaceTime or whatever. And it works great. I may like it better.
Tell us a little bit about the workout. What do you feel it covers all your needs, flexibility, function, PT if needed? A lot of times you work on small injuries that you have, just small.
Absolutely. I mean, I think it's a lot of like core strengthening, but lower back's really good. Obviously, we work arms and legs a lot. It's pretty cardio. In the summer here in the gym, I'm sweating profusely at the end of our just a weights workout because we do trap bar. All that stuff is pretty intense, obviously. And I love it. I feel stronger after. I remember when it first helped with my running a lot. If you recall, we did a lot of lower back and I felt a lot more cohesive when I was running, particularly, when you're pounding the pavement in Brooklyn where we lived then. It's great. It really helps and it complements my cardio, which predominantly at the moment is an exercise bike, the Peloton. That's what I'm doing at the moment most of the time.
Okay, very good. When your office was next to mine, before we would work out, there was always a text message going on about we had to change your appointment and we needed to condense it because you had a phone call. Kind of give us an example of what one of those text messages would say.
Well, yeah, it was quite fluid because I was running the firm and people always wanted my attention. And obviously you're dealing with clients, people are coming in to meet you and you've got to do what you need to do for your business. Calls would run over or people would catch you in the hallway and be like, I was just stepping out, had an 11 a.m. with that Anton. I'm like, I'll be there by 11:12. Sorry. Right. And then usually you had, you learned my ways and you kind of had a little bit of backslide space.
Squeezed it in and got it done.
Yeah, and we pretty much always got it done. It was rare that we had to say, all right, we'll reschedule. Because I think we both wanted to do it. And I think we worked well. I think you have a flexibility to you and I do too. Right. We both
we always made it fit. We always made it work. Yeah.
But neither of us is mad at each other. Like if it doesn't happen on the stroke of the hour.
Yeah, it's all about getting it done. All right, so I'm glad that you've been sticking with the program. I'm glad you're still working with me and that you're seeing benefits. It's been great.